All right, so you've been given a machine, told to go home, put it together, figure out how it works, and get you some sleep. And by the way, you better use it all night, every night, for at least 4 hours or greater in order for your insurance to pay for it. And you're expected to remember everything that you were taught. Don't worry, I got you. Just keep watching, and I'll explain to you everything that you need to know in order to take care of your machine, use it, and get some good sleep. Okay, number one, when you first get your machine, you will have a water chamber. I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to use your water chamber. This water chamber simply slides into the machine until it clicks. Tip number one, do not transport your machine while water is in the chamber. It will fall into your machine and it will tear it up. Now, simple tip, a lot of people do not recommend this. This is not manufacturer guidelines. This is real world guidelines. And this is if you're a busy person and you don't want to spend a lot of time cleaning your machine, this works just as well. You get up in the morning, make sure your water chamber is empty, make sure everything dries out. Do that every day, and you don't have to waste a lot of time trying to get it clean. So this little gasket actually just goes right in here. You can see where this actually goes there. You'll want to fill up your water to here. And this is really important. Moisture, moisture, moisture. Our bodies are moist and you are blowing hot air into your nose, and that is going to dry it out. And so if you don't use your humidifier, then it will cause symptoms of a cold or a runny nose, or you'll just get overly congested. Another thing you'll want to remember, this is a Resmed AirSense Auto Set 10. What that means is it's auto adjusting. It can be a straight pressure, but it is auto adjusting to whatever pressure settings you need at whatever position you're in, or however much you had to drink the night before, what position you lay in. So what you'll want to remember is this little booklet is pretty helpful. Now, the one thing I'll say that you will probably need to really remember, and that is number one, you always want it to be on climate control ramp. You want that to be on auto so that it will automatically go into the pressure you need when you fall asleep. You'll also want to register at myair.com. It's resmed.com/myair, and it just gives you a bunch of numbers and tells you how good or how bad you're doing, and probably give you anxiety because you feel like you should do better than what you did. So it has instructions on here, cleaning instructions, checking and replacing, and how often you should replace your supplies and that sort of thing. Probably shouldn't tell you this, however, you don't have to replace them as often as they say you do if you take good care of them. So if you, like your mask, when I say mask, you have all different types of mask, but you have cushions on every mask. Every mask has a cushion. If you will regularly get some baby wipes and regularly wipe those off every single day, get rid of those body oils, those will last longer. Headgear, hand wash, hot water. And then you also have what's known as climate line tubing. This is your best friend. This actually right here is a feature for Resmed. It has a little chip that will actually hook up to the machine in the back. And you can see where the chip will actually go into that little slot. And that just clicks in there. Now, another feature that I want to show you is whenever you plug your machine in, it's going to take you to a home screen right here. And then it's going to be highlighted on my options. And that's where you want your ramp time to be auto, and your climate control to be auto, and your tube temperature to be auto. However, if you feel like your air is too warm blowing in your face, or you feel like you're just drying out, that's when you would start adjusting your tube temperature. Now, the reason for the tube temperature needing to be adjusted is because it's warm air and it can be drying. So you just want to adjust it to where it's a little bit above room temperature, so that all of this warm, moist air that's going through this tube is at least the same temperature, and it won't condensate and wake you up with water drops in your nose. So that's climate line tubing. Now, if you go to sleep at night, you have your machine on, you should not hear this noise right here. Is too loud. You should not hear your machine. However, if you wake up in the middle of the night, you feel like the air is too much, you just simply turn your machine off and then turn it back on, and it will go back into that awake pressure setting. There are all different styles of masks. Whatever one works best for you will vary. Depends on you. So there you have it. That is a brief description of your Resmed AirSense Auto Set 10. Now, this is considered a medical device. You can take it onto the airplane and it will not be considered a carry-on. You can actually carry it on and carry on your other carry-on luggage. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. If you want to know more about masks, then simply subscribe to my other videos that explain a little more detail about masks. Thank you.